I've been an educator for around 10 years and worked across different age groups, all the way from 3 years old to first-time teachers to seasoned government educators who are still working very hard to make a difference, even at age 60. I'm sure you're done with teachers and educators giving you sermons on Zoom, so I'm not going to do that today. Um, but I do want to share a little bit about my greatest teacher. A few years ago, I met my teacher. Her name is Bambi. Yeah, so that's Bambi. She was a 7-month-old girl who was thrown away, abused, and very ill. A lady walking across in her colony was kind enough to stop and notice her hiding under a car in the rain. And after weeks of trying to get Bambi adopted, the people caring for her really struggled to find someone who wanted her. Somehow, nobody seemed to want to have anything to do with an Indian girl, too dark to be considered beautiful, and too sick and wounded to be responsible for. I knew that that it would be a difficult challenge for her, but I really don't know what made me take her in. I got a phone call about Bambi, and it was a decision I took in all of a minute, knowing that I would have a lot of convincing to do at home. But something about her story just stuck with me. She was like many of us, like me at so many points in my life, feeling helpless, sometimes abandoned, and just looking for a place to belong. I spent a week preparing for her arrival. She had been through so much pain. And I knew it would be a lot for her. I thought of how strong I would have to be for her, knowing that she's had such a difficult life, full of challenges and pain. She couldn't see clearly. She was partially blind. And I was really preparing myself to be ready for this challenge and the love that she would need. I knew she would be possibly guarded and snappy, and I would need so much time to build trust with her. It seemed a little familiar to me, reminded me of times I had to build my walls up and protect myself and just put a brave face to the world. So the day she finally came, I went to pick her up. And all my training and preparation that I had done out of the window. This wounded soldier that I was preparing for, that's not who came. She just leapt into my arms immediately, covered me with love and a lot of slobber. I didn't realize it at the time, but looking back, I needed her much more than she ever needed me. What ensued with our relationship was just a crazy roller coaster of a bond that I can never forget. Playing tug of war with pillows, stealing food from the kitchen, day spends in office together. She became quite a celebrity in the office too. And we had just become inseparable. Through our time together, Bambi taught me the most important lessons about resilience. Number one, she taught me to hold myself lightly and connect with my inner child, to savor the little things and not take myself so seriously. That our experiences might be challenging at times, but life doesn't have to be so hard. She helped me remind myself that I'm human and the world is full it's not just challenges and pain. There is abundance and love all around me. And I just needed a fresh perspective. She made me stop living a life that was busy and instead helped me live a life that was full, that was complete. The second thing she taught me was to always work with 100% love and trust. The same love and trust she had with me. To be emotional, to be expressive, and connect deeply with my people. To the people who work alongside me every day, she taught me that that was my strength. My strength was my vulnerability, not my guarded walls. I think the most important lesson, which is the crux of all of this, is that she taught me that resilience is not hard and painful, and it shouldn't have to hurt. I'm not a machine, and I'm not at war. Um, and I need to take care of myself before I can give to others. People in service or caregivers um, who work with children in communities who are under resourced, we tend to push ourselves beyond superhuman limits. There is a pandemic and we need to feed our families. We need to reach children who have no access and work with teachers who've never used technology. And it is completely on us to solve this crisis because this is a large part of India right now. But it's not. Resilience is not about being tough through challenges. It's not about self sacrifice and it's not about burnout. It doesn't have to feel hard and it is not self preservation. Resilience is a simple act of love and compassion for others, but most importantly for ourselves. Taking time out for your mental health, practicing self compassion, practicing care, and just pausing, being gentle and deliberate, and taking the world in, that is what resilience is about. So, just to close, if I had to leave you with something today, it would be this. What is your act of compassion to yourself today? Because only then you are truly resilient.